we have global triggers, which is definitely moving up some of these defense counters, and that is the boost we are getting from the European Union in terms of their defense spending. But what does it mean for the Indian companies? Let's put the spotlight and take this discussion forward with Harshit Kaparia, who is the Vice President at Elara Securities India. Hi, very good morning, and thank you so much for your time. Firstly, this sort of announcement that we have from European Union, where there seems to be a rearmament plan of $850 million that's in works. Give us some sense that how do you see Indian companies getting a benefit out of it, and what could be in the store?
So, morning. So Europe plans to spend close to around $850 billion or 800 billion euros, out of which $650 billion euros would be mainly coming from Europe itself, and 150 billion through borrowings is what they're looking at. And they want to rearm themselves with a lot of arms, ammunition, with even platforms like helicopters, aircrafts. That is what they're looking to, add in that kitty. Along with this, drones, anti-drone system, which is what this war has taught us, that these are also going to be a key equipment going forward. For Indian companies who already have presence in Europe, what we would think is that the small and mid-cap private defense companies may be the biggest beneficiaries because they may be suppliers of components, subsystems to these global OEMs or European OEMs who would want to make these platforms. That's how we look at it.
Sure. But Harshit, the US has been very vocal against defense and military ties up of Russia and India. As a retaliatory action, do you think it could have a, sort of fallback on us? Are we going to see any kind of cancellations of big defense orders between Russia and India because of that as a repercussion?
We don't think there would be any cancellation of contracts. We are looking at the best of the technology against our neighbors that we have here. So we will try to buy something which we think is best. It may be from Russia, it may be from US. Yes, US is trying to hard sell us a lot of things, but what we think is that the Indian defense, armed forces will be looking at procuring what they think is best, maintaining the balance between buying things from Russia, US, because a lot of technology transfers are of an issue. We have seen this in the past when we deal with Western countries.
Which is one Indian company or which are group of Indian companies which would benefit on the export front, assuming that Europe is now going to be scaling up their defense operations? I mean, do you think there are components which Indian companies or pockets where Indian companies could benefit from?
So we have highlighted that right now, presently, Dynamic Technologies is one company which has the highest exposure. They do export close to almost 80%, and large part of it goes also to Europe. Other than that, we think companies like Zen Technologies and Data Patterns are other names who could be beneficiary of this particular, Europe expansion plan.
Could you just broadly tell us that what some of these companies do? Because Zen is into drones, right? That's what I understand. Data Patterns I don't track, so I'll have to confess ignorance. But which are the other companies and what essentially they do, specifically in Europe?
Sure. So basically, Dynamatic makes the fuselage for both commercial aircraft and higher-end aircraft. So that's one thing which can go from there. Zen Technologies makes anti-drone system. So that could be one category where they could be looking at on a Europe side, because drones are something which have become much vital in this particular frame. A data pattern is looking to export radars. They already are doing it for one of the European companies. They can get into various other equipments like electronic warfare system, avionics. Similarly, we have our PSU spec as well, Bharat Electronics, which can also start to look at it. Other smaller names that we think are Solar Industries, RR Engineering also looks to be in this particular way. Like Solar is looking to sell Pinaka rocket right now. As for media is concerned, France is looking at Pinaka rocket. So right now the discussions are ongoing. Azad is looking to sell some engine-related components there. They already have some contract with Rolls-Royce, and they could be bringing to more companies in Europe. Um, and that's something that we also gathered from our visit to Aero India, which happened in February this year, where a lot of small and private defense companies were of the view that global OEMs were coming on their shop floor and they were looking to outsource some of the components or subsystems to Indian vendors.
All right, sir. Really, appreciate your time. Thank you very much for joining us.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.